Test, test, test. I think we've got the mics going. Perfect. Now it's time to build the grandstand. So I need to move some of this stuff out the way so we can keep building. Let's move him over here. Let's get the cars out of the way. And then we can keep on building. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Just getting set up. Just making sure I've got everything ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to quickly do a sound check as well because I don't know if you can hear me or not. Oh, it's cold. It's a cold one today. Where are we? YouTube Live. Yes, yes, yes. Let me just quickly do a sound check. Test, test, test. Let me just quickly do a sound check. All right, I'm going to get into it. Wait for some people to join. Whilst we're doing that, I'll get stuck into getting our next kit ready. Let's move these cars out of the way because they are definitely going to get well and truly in the way. We'll put our bar at the back here, which is what we built yesterday. And I will get the other kit that we are building. This guy right here. I'll try and get you guys as high as I can so you can see what's going on. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're going to try and build the grandstand. We started it yesterday. There's lots of pieces to get through. So I'm going to move the camera around a bit so you get the best view. We did build the bar. We do have some stuff to fix on the bar later on today. Hopefully we have enough time to finish off the bar itself. It is freezing this morning, so I'll see how long I can go for out here, but it is so chilly. So let me get all these parts and pieces out. We'll get the instructions ready to rock and roll because that's what we are building. And I think once I get the pieces in order, we're just going to fly through this one today. So we are building the grandstand. I just had someone wants to send me a message. I just got someone wanting to send a message. I'll have to check that later. So where are we? Level 1. We're going to get these guys. We're going to get a heap of these right now. So I'm going to bring out, it says 10. And I'm hoping the camera keeps up because the lighting out here is pretty poor. It is quite early, but it's bloody freezing. And we need 4 of those little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. So we've got our first starting spot. Let's spot. Let's get into it. So what's it wanting me to do? It looks like we're going to be building. Oh, that's odd. So we're going to be building. How does that work? Like this. It wants me to build Cinco, name and car for name a car. Sorry, I'm guessing you're saying name a car for an edit. Porsche 911 GT2. Yeah, anything Porsche. So what am I doing here? I'm joining these all together with these. Now it's going to be a bit tricky. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I'm going to build this sort of, not raw dogging it, but we're going to sort of build it how I think it's going to go. We do have instructions, but so it's not those ones. I have got a box of goodies on my left here. I'm just going to take the pieces out. Okay. He's like, okay, whatever, man. But I don't know how this, I don't understand how this is built. So is that, hold on. So that goes across. So this is all new to me. This is all a bit new, this style. Ah, gotcha. That's smart. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys down to table level. That is a smart design. I haven't seen that just yet. So I'm going to quickly show you what I'm looking at, which is this here, the instructions. And I'm looking at that going, what do you mean? And then I'll look at that and go, what do you mean? So completely confused. But these little braces down the bottom, which I've just put one down, are what are going to line up our build from what I can see, because they're angled. They're angled. So these have got little notches in them, boop, boop, and then they sit inside that little plus, I hope you can see that, little plus cutout. Now I know it's, we're meant to be gluing all this as we go, but I'm just going to build it as I see it kind of fit, but I'm still confused. So we'll just go with it. So I'm guessing it's going to be like that. That's it, like that. So that's front on. That is front on. So if we do this, like this, I guess, or like this, no, it's got to be like that. A little bit confusing, but we'll make it happen. It's going across 2 of them or 3 of them. So 1 to 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not making sense. It's not making sense. Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. So this one also has to, so that's the whole thing. So, okay, so it's going to go, oh, this is tricky. Okay, it's going to go there. Does that go there? Does that go, I don't know. This is a lot harder than I thought. This is going to be a little bit trickier than I thought. So I'm just looking at the diagram. I'm going to bring it over to show you because I'm looking over my shoulder. We can see here that there's a bit of an overlay. So only 2 of the spots out of the 4 have been taken, which makes sense. So we've got 2 little spots here that aren't being used. But where does, so it's telling me that makes a little bit of sense. Supposedly this is the one that goes first, like that. And then this must butt up to that, like this. I'm guessing. It's going to be a bit of a guessing game here, legends. But until I kind of understand what it's doing, I don't really know what it's trying to make me achieve here. And then I'm guessing from there, this one will go across like that. Yeah, that's it. That must be it. So I'm going to let them rest on each other. So I'm going to let them rest on each other whilst I try and figure out how the rest go together. That's going to go there. That's a bit odd. That's a bit odd. I don't understand that. Let's look at the big picture here, just so we get an understanding of where it's sort of going. So they go all the way along. So I'm looking at this here, just trying to make sense of where it all goes, because it's not making sense. Let's go back here. It's not making sense to me. I'm looking at this diagram, trying to figure out why I'm getting the first part wrong. Because once we get the first part going, we're off and rock and rolling, but I don't quite understand what's happening there. No. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm trying to figure it out. It's like a house, because it's, I understand, once we get one of them right, so it's a locking mechanism. So it's definitely a locking pin, but I think I'm putting it in the wrong order, and there must be other sizes. Let me get them all out. Riveting live stream, this one. It's going to be me fumbling with this shit to try and figure out if I'm doing it right or not. So I'm going to get them all out, because they might be different sizes. I could actually be doing something wrong here, which I probably am. I'm just making sure that everything has been punched out in the box. We have got a box. I'm going to quickly show you. We've got a box of goodies over here. I've punched all the pieces out. Get rid of for a minute and just build the squares. Yeah, but they won't stand up, so I can't. They won't stand up. So they are wanting to join. They are wanting to join like this. So they are wanting to join like this, but they won't. Like, you can't. There's no locking tabs. The locking tabs is this. So that's where I'm sort of trying to figure out which way it goes, because I know it's going to go diagonal. It has to go diagonal. It's going to be like that. So I think I'm trying to step too far forward. There's one in the other corner, which I don't know what that locks into, but that's how it's going to go. It's going to build a square like that, but I don't understand where the last part goes. And then we've got the staircase as well, which we're going to build, and then this builds on itself. So it's going to be a big build, actually. I thought this was going to be quite small. This is going to be huge, but just trying to figure out which way it will go. So let's just do that. Hold them together. Let's bring another one in. I understand how they're supposed to fit. I just don't want to start gluing them and I get it completely wrong. That one goes here. Maybe you put the top bar on as you go. Potentially, I think you might be right. It's not saying, I think I'm putting the stairs in the wrong spot. I think I'm trying to put the stairs with these guys and they're not meant to. So then the next one will go here like that. That's how, yeah, that's how it does. Then this one will go in here. So you kind of got to glue as you go. I'm a bit scared about doing that because I do get this stuff wrong. So we're going to glue as we go, I think, but I don't want to do that yet until I'm very confident that we've got some kind of, and then there's a tab on its own. So hold on a tick. I've just checked the instructions again. Hello, Zeus. Hello, Jesus, Zeus. I get that wrong sometimes. We have got a single here though. See that? Or is that crossing over? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a single, unless that's showing me where they go. There's no crossbar, but there is one here. That's what's throwing me off. What great channel. It's my second time here from California. Hello, California. We have gone super early this morning, guys. I was going to go later. I've been trying different time slots. So we'll see how this one goes, see how many people join this one, but we have gone super early my time, which means America's going to sleep. And I think some people are waking up. So I'm just testing times this week to see what works best for everyone. We've had some pretty incredible streams, I won't lie. But you know, we'll see how this one goes. Just testing the waters. All right, so I'm going to quickly look through the box of goodies because I've got a funny feeling I have missing something here. I think I have. But I don't understand what I'm missing because it's the locking thing is what's throwing me off. Single probably locks the corners. Yeah, but there is no singles. You are right. I think you are right, but I cannot find any singles. I'm looking at the punch outs that I did yesterday and I don't think there is any singles. No, there isn't. Oh yeah, there is. Of course there is. There they are there, singles. So we've got some singles. We have got some singles. Let's punch that out. No, thanks for joining, mate. And guys, whilst I'm building, any questions about slot cars or hobby stuff, start up a conversation. I am trying to do different streams. I know the racing stuff gets a huge amount of views. Thank you to those that joined yesterday. We had two streams yesterday. Last night we did some more building, and I think we hit 30-something thousand views last night. So we're trying everything to see what works. I don't want to break these, so I'm going to try and just push it out. These are all painted as well. It's a bit of a different scene, and we do have, lucky enough, we've got Slotcar House in the chat, so thank you, mate. Check out his stuff as well. Pro scenery builder. His stuff is incredible, but it's good to check out this different stuff. So we now know we've got the locking. So I think I'm gonna have to just glue as we go. Screw it, let's just glue and go together. So I'm gonna set up a 4 square first, just to make sure that we've got the right setup going. It's different. This is, you know what excites me about this hobby? This is a very different way of building something. What we are doing right now is completely different. And what I love about the designers, and we've got a couple of brands which we've spoken about, they all do it a little bit differently. And I'm pretty excited to see how people keep coming up with ideas. Well, they were there somewhere. I knew I didn't punch something here, but yes, you are. You're helping the opposition. No one can compare to you, mate. Trust me, your stuff is next level. This is I've got to give these guys credit though. It's, again, I was just saying then, it's surprising me how different people can do these kits. Hello, fan. Hello, mates. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining again. We're doing a bit of a slow build this morning. I'm going to try, we will have some cars around track, but I want to try and get this grandstand happening. And once we've got the grandstand happening, I'm then pretty happy to move on to something else. But we've got some more stuff coming as well. We've actually got an exclusive slot car coming from a DTM team. They reached out to me yesterday. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It's a Porsche. It's no secret. You can buy it on their website. I don't think I'm doing that right either. And they've actually reached out to me. The race team reached out to me yesterday and said, hey, we watched your stream. Can we send you our car? And I'm like, what's your car? And they sent me a photo and went, yes, send it tomorrow. So we've got a new slot car coming. It's from Carrera. I don't know much about it, but it looks like they've done a workaround with Carrera to make their own DTM Porsche, and it's friggin' sick. So hopefully when that comes, I'll give you guys a link. Yeah, I know this is falling apart, but I'm just quickly doing a dry run. Just making sure that I am putting it in place where it's meant to be. Yep. So we're going to glue the bottom. I'm not going to go too far in front because it looks like there's a step I'm going to miss. So I'm going to get some glue out. We were told yesterday the Uhu glue is good for this, which I don't like, but it is good for this. Did you see Bathurst? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I screenshot your box kit earlier. Oh, thank you, mate. Yes, I did. I didn't get it live here, unfortunately, but I did watch it, the replay back, and I missed that race, man. What a race, though. What a race. I mean, it's unfortunate that the winner, sorry, the person who crossed the line first didn't win. I mean, that hasn't happened for a long time where, you know, they had a penalty to serve, but yet they still crossed the line. So they would have won if they didn't. I'm putting too much glue down too. I'm just being a dickhead. I'm actually trying to do 3 things at once here. Awesome race. Awesome race. Can't wait to see the Supra on track next year. I am looking through a camera here, guys, so if it looks like I'm trying to get this in, I'm pretty much not seeing what I'm doing. Oh. I can't even see that. It's friggin' dark this morning. There we go. Found it. GG's for sitting out in the cold for us, mate. Hello, Smart Race. Smart Race, we've been having some good streams, mate. Thank you. We did an app stream about your app yesterday or the day before. Please go check it out. We've had huge views this week, mate. So my goal is to get some digital racing happening online. We've spoken about this before. If you're interested, let me know. Reach out. We'll have a chat because we've been getting some pretty huge views, but I really could use your advice on some stuff to make it better. We have spoken about your app before, you know, what the limitations are, what can we try and achieve. But this week only, we've had over 200,000 views during our live streams. And I tell you what, we can really get some stuff happening with digital racing. And I'm putting this down all to digital slot cars. It's about time the digital slot cars are starting to get some traction. This glue is shit. Let me just let that rest for a tick. I've got to clean this glue off. Otherwise, it's going to ruin my build. So I'm going to go get a quick tissue paper. Give me 2 seconds. Also, guys, let me know if you want me to change the camera. I can have it facing me, but I don't think people want to, you know, stare at me. That's why I've got the camera the other way around. I know it's not as engaging, but if you do want me to put the camera around so I can have it on the table and we can talk face to face, let me know. But I've done it this way so we can, don't glue the singles yet. Just use them to hold the place. I don't know. I think I'm going, oh yeah, the singles, yeah, you're right. Stop helping. Stop helping me. You meant to help me with your kids. No, thank you, mate. And of course, please go check out Slot Car House. You would have seen my earlier builds a couple of weeks ago. I'm waiting for some paint, but it hasn't turned up because I want to start painting. I had another glue here yesterday and it's gone walkabouts. No, we'll just use this one. We'll just use this one. I'm just going to dab it and keep moving. Which way is it? It's that one there. So this is a little bit different. It is painted already. I honestly think that's a really good move. I don't know what these kits are worth, so you're going to go check that out yourself. I honestly don't know what this stuff is worth. It was sent to me for review by the UK brand Racing Room Extras. But the painted side of it, I think having it already pre-painted is a definite... Oh, shut up. No, mate, please. No, definitely. It shows your expertise and your fairness. I love, I love what you do. So no, if you're here to help, mate, please do. And like I said, you're free to promote your stuff as well, brother. Slot Car House, no one does know, we're very good friends in real life. And also I'm a very big supporter of his brand. Some of the stuff that he showed me in prototype form when I was in Australia was freaking groundbreaking. Like, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does next. So no, mate, you're free to wonder. You know that. You've got my full support. So you should get a 3D resin printer. I do want one. I'm just going to say this without saying it, I guess. 2026 would be a lot better for me when it comes to hobbies. Mid-2026 is going to be a lot better for me. I'll be able to set up a permanent sort of setup. At the moment, I'm just doing this, backyard style, literally. We're sitting in my backyard. So I really can't invest too heavily in machinery because I don't have the space. And I know it's only a printer, but it does take up bench space, fumes and all the rest of it. So 2026, if I'm still going, if you guys are still watching, there will be a nice little change mid-2026, and that'll give me some chance to build something bigger. I'll pass together like peas and carrots, especially. Yeah, I definitely agree though. I just read your full message, sorry mate. Well, like with this, I'm going to show you the bar in a tick. The bar itself has some 3D printed elements that go into it, which is new as well. We haven't seen that done yet. But at the moment, we are building the base of, I keep forgetting to do this and I should do it more often, We are building the base of this, guys. We're going to build this whole thing up, but at the moment, we are doing step 1 of this grandstand kit build. So bear with me on this. If it gets boring, we will break it up into a different stream, but we are doing this section here. Feel free to put down any questions, all the rest of it, but we are going to slowly build this. So just remind me, we need 3. We're going 3 wide. Otherwise, I think I'll just keep gluing these until the cows come home. we'll end up building the Taj Mahal. And I'm like, hold on, that wasn't the kit. That wasn't the kit I was building. But it is cold. Just whilst I clean the glue, we are outside. You can see it's very frosty. It will get warm later, but we are moving into the winter period and it's going to get very, very white around here soon. Want me to tell you the price? If I won't, no, please do. I haven't seen the price. No, please do. People might want to know. I haven't looked up the website. I stay out of the pricing stuff, but no, if you know the price of this stuff, let us know. Hello, Bryce. Hello, mates. Long time no speak. Kidding. Me and Bryce speak daily. I think he's sick of me now. We're going a bit early, mate. Me and Bryce actually speak about the streams, and we give each other advice and we try and help each other out when it comes to just ideas and everything else. And today I've gone a little bit early just to see what happens differently. £45. Oh, okay. So is that for the grandstand? £45 plus shipping. So I know for a fact that at the moment they are only doing the UK, which is probably a smart move because, with all the tariffs running around the world, they are only shipping at the moment or doing the UK. So it's probably not a bad business move because you don't want to bite off more than you can chew at the start. But I don't know if it's £45, which translates to Australian dollars to crazy amounts, but to euros it's about 50 euros. So 80, 90, yep, plus shipping, the grandstand. I can actually watch when you go early, but man, yeah, it's cold. But I'm trying a different time slot. We'll see how we go. We've got 149 in the chat. We've got 7 likes. We'll see how we go. I think yesterday we had 700. It's crazy yesterday. It's been crazy all week, so I don't care. It's just been great. Thank you, top tier dickheads. All right, so we have got one more of these to put down. So I'm going to glue it. He's going to glue it. It does say it takes about 45 minutes. Price-wise, I mean, I'm going to probably sound controversial here because the pound is quite strong, but in its own country, that's not a bad price. And for me, for euros, it's about 50 euros. I guess that's okay. And $90, delivered, painted, I don't know. It doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? I mean, it's a lot of money. The hobby itself is expensive, but if you are wanting some stuff. B-Rads, hello, mates. Hello. The pound is always strong. What are you talking about? You being rude again? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. The pound, baby, the pound. So we are building, guys. Well, attempting to. So just bear with me. We are trying to add some flair to the track. Not a permanent track, so this stuff won't stay on the track for long, but it will feature along with everything else. I have built some magnetic racing stuff over the last weeks. SLOTCAR House Miniature Motorsports, we've built some wicked 164 scale stuff that he also does every scale, 124, 132, 143, just reach out. So we've built some variety. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. We've got some RC stuff coming as well, I believe. I'm waiting for an email for a prototype, plus another Chinese brand reached out and said, what hobby are you referring to? What's your question referring to? I say a lot and I forget what I say. When I say pricing, is that what you're asking? What hobby am I saying is expensive? Is that what you're asking, mate? Is that what you're referring to? And also, guys, are we happy with the camera angle? Would you like me to go face on? You won't see, I mean, you'll see me as much as this, but it's more, I don't know if that's personable for people. I know some people prefer to see the person behind the camera, some don't. We've mixed it up this week. We've had multicam as well, which was interesting. So now we just need 2 tabs. So I'm going to have to glue one of these. I know SLOTCAR House said don't, but we have to. Also, what's included in these kits, every single kit that I've opened comes with a file. So you're going to end up with a shit ton of files. This one is a different grade. I found that but they've added those files into the kit. So if you got burrs like this, which I think is definitely, can you show us the bar? Yeah, I will. I'll show you the bar. Give me 2 secs. The bar is sick. I think the reason they've added the file into this kit is because it is painted. So with any high edge burr, and I'm sorry about the camera because it is quite dark out here, you can see that brown line, which is your tear off piece from the wood itself. When you've got a painted, it's not painted, printed piece of wood with texture and design, that's going to stand out like dog balls. So that's why they've given you the file. If you're going to paint it anyway, I would buy unpainted and save the dollars. Yeah, correct. If you're not happy, and that's a good remark to make. If you're not happy with the finish, like the color, and I'll probably segue now to the bar. This isn't finished yet. We've got some 3D printed parts that we need to put on here. It is a good thing. You still can paint this. I mean, some of the finer details are pretty impressive. These are all printed, so the color has been printed onto the actual wood itself. The MDF, and you can see at the back here, we've got some bottles. We've got a menu at the back. Is that actually written? No. So we've got like a menu. It looks like a Windows, actually. You know, the Windows, when you open up the Windows on computer. You know, everything's pretty well printed, like the bar itself with the rev counter. If you don't like that, I mean, this is just standard look, you can paint over it because it is MDF. So again, yes, if you do want to save money, you can buy the kits that aren't already printed. But I have to be honest, I mean, it's for a design that you can just pop and play onto your track. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's not going to be everyone's taste, but really cool. We do have to finish this off. I will just talk about this quickly and then we'll get back into our build. There is some 3D printed parts with this kit. It's the first time I've seen 3D kit printed and wood together. So there's some fascias that go off on every single corner. The door itself has a 3D printed door surrounding with a little bit of plexi plastic, so to make the window. So there is some finishing touches we need to do on that. And that's the first time I've seen the 3D printed stuff come together in that kind of way. So really, really cool. All right, let's keep building this. This is going to be a big boy. It's a big boy. All right. Well, let's keep moving. But yes, SLOTCAR house, definitely valid point there. If you don't like the color, you know, you can buy the unpainted stuff. It's definitely, I enjoy painting. I'm not the best at it. I think you've all seen me finger paint numerous times. So I don't mind either way, but no, it's good. It's good that there's a bit of a difference. What can I say? It keeps everyone else on their toes. But that's good. But like every hobby, you know, people will borrow ideas of each other, which I think is completely fair. And I did say this earlier in the stream during the week, yesterday's stream. I think I said it yesterday's stream. I would be very surprised if this doesn't become kind of an option from all brands, because it does make sense. Why wouldn't you have a colored, you know, printed job? Or if you are doing, this is where it gets very technical as well, and you can get in trouble with licensing. Just say you do a shell gantry that's replicated from a racetrack. That's where you got to be careful with licensing. Hence why the wood kits sometimes are the best way to go, because you won't get done with licensing, because you can paint them up yourself as shell. You know, you can have the shell logo and everything cut out of the wood, but once you start sending kits out that are literally the same color, shape, you know, the finished product is a shell liveried, shell written gantry or whatever, that's when you'll probably get sued. So there is limitations to what these guys will be able to push out. You sound like a guy that can do a backflip. Yeah, let's do it. No, I can't do a backflip. You sound like a guy that can do a backflip. Should I try it? Send me some money and I'll do it. Look at me like a bitch. Send me some money, you bastard. All right, now we're going to move on to the next level. So we've done our base. It's quite big. This is going to be the base structure of this big bastard right here. So you can see we've got the seating. The seating is really cool. Stick around for the seating. The seating is really cool. Not me. I just paint them all black. Hello, slots and fun. It makes it easy. It makes it easy. Yeah, but that's true as well. The paint can, I just read the messages now. The paint can definitely add up, but it's just adding an extra option. I think options is what people like, in my opinion. It's cool. So we've built the bottom structure. Now we're going to move on to this part, which is already confusing me. It honestly is, because if I go to step 3, it looks like it's at the front. Yeah. Okay, so we're building on the front. Now that's where these kind of diagrams, make sure you look at the next step, because right now, you know, the real person, which should be me, should understand that this is now going to plug into the front of these, and then you're going to have yourself a single, which it goes into, but you could also be mistaken that may go on top. It doesn't, it's going to go in front. So what I mean by that is, let's get our staircase. This is going to be our staircase support. Then we're going to use 4 of those, and they're going to literally plug into the front of our run. So there's a little cutout. I think that's a very smart design, if I'm being honest. It's very, very smart. That's going to plug onto the front, And then what I'm going to do is run a brace. Got ourselves another one of these braces, and that's the plugs I'm talking about. So it's like a crosshair. So we're going to shoot that guy right there. That's the plugs. That's the clip-ins, and each piece that we're doing at the moment has a cutout that slips in, and then you just glue it into place. So you probably could, if you've got a steady hand, build this without glue and then take it apart if you make any mistakes, which is what I normally do because I'm an idiot. But let's see how we go. And now we're going to start locking in everything. You know what? I can use something like this. What brand is this? I think I might get one for myself in the future. Where are you located, mate? That probably helped me first before, because they're only available in the UK. You guys would have seen the brand. If you're in the slot car world, these guys have been around for a long time. It is the Racing Room. They run a business. I was lucky enough to meet them at the Slot Car Festival 2023. Lovely bunch of people. Like seriously, really, really nice bunch of people. I was lucky enough to run on their, they had a racetrack there with a bike. It was pedal powered. I'm making a real bitch of this. It was pedal powered, and it was they do custom tracks for corporate. So if you can think of, you know, they've got, I'm just trying to get this little plug in, but it's not plugging in. This is where I'm going to get stuck because it's got to go together. I'll talk about that in a tick. Let me just get my brain fart happening because this is where it's all going to lock in at the same time. At the same time. So what I might do is just see if it actually locks in by itself, and then I can lift and lock. Yeah. That's a really cool design. It's fiddly, but it's definitely going to hold it together. Is it a step too far? I don't know. I've built a lot of kits in my time, and I'm surprised each time each company does something different. And I sometimes think, is it over-engineered? Is it? But it is a little bit tricky to get it all lined up. But once this takes hold, I think you're going to find it's going to hold it together really well. But it's just trying to get all these little guys lined up. Now again, you know, I'm not a model kit extravaganza, but we'll try and get it in the best we can. But it is fiddly, I won't lie. All right, there we go. It's in. It's in. So that locks it in. That's cool. That's cool. It's a bit fiddly. Maybe when you've not got a camera jammed in your face, it might be easier. But it is fiddly. Valley Hab, hello mate. Hyperslocker, hello mate. Hello mate. Hello, United States. Okay, so you've got a couple options there. These guys are at the moment are UK only. Of course, you've got Racetrack Scenics in your neck of the woods. SLOTCAR House from Australia, definitely recommended. He's in the chat now, so ask any questions. Of course, Magnetic Racing. We all know Magnetic Racing. They ship everywhere. I think Electric Dreams, you know, I think they've got the distribution over there or something like that. Yeah, you've got plenty of options. So at the moment, these are called, let me get the plug. I can't remember where I put it. I'm not really good at doing this, promoting anything. These are these guys here, but they're UK only at the moment. Check them out. But again, you would have seen their tracks. They've been around for a long time, but they just moved into doing scenery. I knew about this a long time ago. Of course, I'm not allowed to speak about it, but this is the first time getting my hands on it. And we are struggling. I am struggling to get all this lined up. So I'm just going to try a different method. I'm going to flip it around because I think a burr is pissing me off. So yes, it's a good idea having these locking, I'm going to call them nuts because that's what they look like, but they're starting to piss me off a little bit because you've got to try and get them really lined up, and you can't really get the base one done. You can't get them all done until all three line up perfectly, and I'm struggling to do that. So it's a great idea. I guess once it's together, it'd be very strong, but I'm struggling to get it together. I actually really am. I can't get it to line up, which is not helping me with the build. Yeah, let me see. No, I can't get it in. No, I'm gonna have to redo this. I'm gonna go from here. I hate grub screws. Just saying. Yeah, it's oh, all right. And like I said, in the future, so I'll probably get one in the future, maybe within 10 months or so. Yeah, definitely. Like, I think they're going to go. They're good. They're going to sell worldwide. They'll be crazy not to. I mean, the printed coloring. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way. The coloring of the pieces is cool. I think it gives you lots of options. So it is going in. I'm just not getting it in where I think I want to get it in. We'll go here. Yeah, I'm struggling with these lockings. All right, let's go this way. Fiddly fingers, Trav. Yeah, no pressure. No pressure. I'm going to go from this way and try and lock all the base in one by one from here first. Yeah, no pressure at all. You're just trying to make this kit look good, aren't you, Trev? And I honestly can't see shit. It is so dark out here. You guys have probably got it lighter than me, but it is pretty early here. All right, that's in there, I think. And now I just got to line up the other side. So once you sort of lock them in, it'll be okay. But I honestly am struggling. And this is probably why you don't glue it straight away, but it is what it is. I've glued it. Yeah, there we go. And then move that one across. Once that one moves across, she'll get in. Yeah, these locking nuts, yeah, I'm not a fan right now. It's almost like, because you've got to make sure they're all pretty flat too. So that's gonna, okay, that rests right there. Oh yeah, okay. So once I glue it, it'll go down, but yeah, that's a bit of a pain, that, to be frank. It is a bit of a pain. It is sitting there. I'm probably trying to push it down too hard. That one's definitely in, and it's not sitting, they're not popping through, because I guess they're going to be used again on the next run. So I'm probably trying to push them too hard, and they just meant the rest there. That's what I think I'm doing. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to push too hard. That's it. So they're in. It doesn't look like they're in. Let me show you what I mean. They're not coming all the way through. So those tabs that are sticking out here, I'm trying to make them come all the way out, which they probably shouldn't, because there's going to be another run on top of this, I'm guessing. So that's how they sit. So there you go. It does work. I'm just pushing as hard as I can, like a dickhead. So let's do the other one. Let's see if we can lock. And once we get all these kind of in line, we then start building above 155 in the chat. Thank you guys. 8 likes. Come on. And again, it is a slow stream, so I do appreciate people coming along. I know these aren't the most exciting streams when we're building something, but I think it's a good way to start the morning or ending your night. Nice, relaxing, listening to my soothing voice. Trying to get this bloody thing in. I can't see. I got to get you guys up in the air, because I can't see that. I'm looking through the camera, so I'm going to put you guys like that, and then bring you guys down like this, because I actually can't see. It's freaking dark. And then you'll be able to see what I'm trying to do. It's like a 4-leaf clover. There you go. Yeah, a 4-leaf clover. We'll call it the 4-leaf clover. It's not giving me good luck though, because as soon as I put it into the lock, I can't see the tab. It just gets too dark. But you can kind of see what I'm trying to achieve here. Yeah, no, that's really, really hard. That's really, really hard. That one's in. That one's in. Yeah, no, that's really fiddly. I can't say I'm a fan of that locking mechanism. I think that's a bit too, you've got to really line these up, and I honestly can't see them properly. So all right, let's just start from the start. Happy building, Trav. Got to go. Happy hour starting soon at Outlaws here. Have fun. Have fun, mate. Have a great day. Have a great night. I don't even know what time it is in Australia. I keep forgetting, to be honest. I don't even know what time it is in Australia. We're going to sand this one down. Taking off that little bit of a nib. Probably should have done it to all the pieces, because that's what's probably stopped me getting him in. Taking off this little nib here. I think there may be a flashlight system on streams if you're on a phone. I don't know. You might be right. Let me see if I can do that. Actually, let me see if I can turn that on. Nah, it won't let me. Good call though. I just tried it. I tried to turn my light on. No, it won't let me. It won't let me. It says no. But you get what I mean. 6 p.m. Oh, I've gone too early. Gone too early. So we normally go live at around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That's a sweet spot over here, because all the Europeans tune in. All right, so that one's locked in, and I might just glue that in spot, I think, because if I put these locking tabs in, the ones that aren't crucial right away, that'll probably hold our kit together. And let's see if this does any better. I'm going to turn you guys around. I'm going to put you up here so we can chat and talk and see if this is better for you guys to see if this works out better, because I think I'll be able to see better and you guys should have a better look as well, I hope. Let me know if that's better. I can still see the chat. Beer o'clock, yeah, get me one, please. I'm hanging for an Aussie beer. So I'm going to put this one here. This actually lets me have more freedom now that you guys are out of my way. So we're going to sand these little tabbies down. Little tabbies. And the good thing about live streams, you can just go live, I guess, whenever you want. That's why I'm enjoying the lives. I have some long form videos in mind, but if I'm honest, it takes a lot of time. And the time and effort to put a long form video out at the moment, I don't have. I'm in and out of the house a lot. So the live streams have been real beneficial. Yep, so it's a lot easier without you guys reaching over me. Thank you. Get out of my way. Then this one goes in here. Just put that one in there. Yep. Yeah, much easier now. Now that I can actually see. I was having a chat with Axel Box this morning. Alex from Axel Box is chatting about their analog ghost car system, because his system lets you run an analog ghost car. I'm going to glue that one in. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going for it, because then it will give me a little bit more freedom to move around. And there is a bit of a flaw with the Carrera system itself. He explained the power system, how it works, because you can run a ghost car analog mode on a Carrera digital track with the Axle box. The problem is the chip itself has, I just call it a dead spot. So when you go over a dead spot on track, it doesn't like it. So to turn the chip off, which of course you need the chip to be running to keep the car going ghost mode. So it will turn itself off, which is not ideal. Hey, I just got access to TikTok Live. Hey, TikTok Live, yoo-hoo. I haven't done TikTok Live for a while. That was going hot for a bit. I stopped because I was doing all this kind of stuff on TikTok Live, and if I'm honest, I didn't really like it. The TikTok Live, the racing is really good fun. But well done. Good on you, mate. Get some lives happening. They really help. So yeah, the Carrera digital system, I'm hoping, and I don't know this, we might as well talk slot cars whilst I'm building something. I'm hoping that they give us a new system. They give us a new digital update. There's a lot of stuff that's missing in the Carrera system that should be, I think, standard. And I'm hoping that there is an update coming where they refresh the whole system and allow, ghost racing as a proper thing, where the ghosts themselves are actually races. Because at the moment, when you see me doing the ghost racing stuff, that's just me tricking the system, and there's no way for me to monitor those cars as proper laps. I've got to count them and be a bit, I guess, be a bit smart when it comes to Mega Digger. Hello, mates. No, dickheads. Hello, sir. Love this. Saying hi. Hello, King Dopey. Hello, mate. Dickheads. If you don't know what we're talking about, we've started a fad where everyone's a dickhead, and there's a level. You can be a king dickhead. Did he say king dickhead? No, dickheads. Hello, sir. Love this. Saying hi. I'll be quiet. No, mate. Don't be quiet. That makes sense with the dead spot. Yeah. So what happens with the digital chip? Because the digital chip allows for the dead spot function. So on the digital changeover, any changeover, there's always a dead spot. So there's no track running, and the digital chip can handle that. It shuts itself off and then it turns itself back on as you cross over. Where if you do that with the analog cars, they just shut off and stop. So I think he's got a workaround. It's funny because me and Bryce from Gooset, who just put the comment up now, we were talking about this morning because he tried the Ghost this morning after watching the live yesterday, and he had the same issue. And without me even asking Axel, Alex from Axel Box, he's reached out to me this morning and answered the question, not knowing that it was going to be a question from me to him to say, hey, what's the fix? He's so on the ball, that guy, like friggin' hell. Don't be a dickhead. Yes. Can we D-bad? Yeah. Don't be a D-bad. Yes. I love it. I love it. We've got acronyms happening in the chat. Hello, Mega. Don't be. I love it. Let's get a sticker made. Not that I do the sticker stuff, but let's get a T-shirt. DB. What is it? D-bad. Are you a D-bad? No? Well, don't be a dickhead. I love it. Well done. I'm stealing that. Copyright. Yeah, these are going together much easier now. I can actually see what I'm doing. They just don't go in as far as you think they do. I think that's the easiest way for me to explain how to put these in. They just don't go in as far as you think they have to. They're just meant to rest on top because there is another layer. So that's cool. I'm going to glue them in spot because that is exactly how the structure is going to be. I hope you can see that. I hope the camera's all right, guys. Let me know if this is shit because I will go back to the other camera where you don't see me at all. But it feels like this is a bit more personable. At least if you want to have a crack at me, you can have a crack at me. So I'll just do that for now. So there we go. We've got that top run going. So the next step is I'm actually going to glue them in spots. So we're going to take them off and start again, and just making sure that they're glued in position. So that one's going. I'm just going to make sure I glue the right tabs first too. And this glue does go off fairly quickly. I'm getting voice messages from Australia. A mate of mine's probably watching. He wants to give me shit. That's the trouble of pretending that you're a content creator. People are like, "What? Shut up, dickhead." So we're going to glue these in spot. I'm probably putting too much glue, but it is the gel style glue. They did reach out to me yesterday. Oh, did I glue the wrong friggin' one? Please don't tell me I did. Oh no, it's the right one. Oh no, it's not. And he did say to use the gel Uhu glue. He actually did recommend that. And luckily I already had it because that's all I can get here. I don't really think it's a great glue, but I think the flexibility of it, allowing the model to move, might be something I've overlooked. But, you know, he's saying to do it. That makes sense. It's midnight here, mate. Yep, see you later, mate. See you, buddy. Have a good sleep. Congrats on the YouTube, the TikTok live too, mate. Well done. I know you've been wanting that for a while. So congrats, buddy. Congrats. So that's going to be the top three. So I'm just gluing these tabs into place now, and then we can start building up. Then we can start building her up. Which one's that? Yep, bottom three. Also, if you're a gamer, let me know. I've been playing Battlefield 6. I only just downloaded it last night. Friggin' hell, it's expensive, but it's worth it. I'm pretty shit because I've been playing Fortnite. Don't ask me why, but I've been smashing Fortnite regularly and going back to, you know, a proper, I wouldn't say it's a proper shooter, but a shooter. Definitely, I've got to pick up my game. Yeah, so sorry, talking about the digital system, let's talk SLOTCARS quickly. I'm hoping there is a bit of a, I've got to admit, in our slot car world, there is a bit of a free information, I guess you could say, movement where a lot of content creators like myself, when obviously we do this for free, but the stuff we talk about, you know, some of the brands may take on board, which is good for them. But what I'm sort of getting at now is if they're not listening to what some of, you know, the people are saying, what they want from the system. I know they can't make every car that everybody wants. That's not what I'm getting at. That's a discussion for another day. I know everyone wants a certain car they've got to sell, but if they're not already looking at what the fads are for the digital world to then take off, I think they're not doing their job properly. Of course, I'm open to being a consultant when it needs to be, but I don't think that happens very often anymore. Like I said, lots of free information out there for brands to grab onto. That is crazy if they don't listen, that's all. So this one I'm struggling with. I think I've gone too low underneath, as in the underside, the first run is a bit too low, so I'm not joining it properly. So these are a good idea, but in execution, I don't think I would recommend using this system again. I'll just go with gluing them together, like the traditional style, which every brand does. So yeah, cool idea, but might be over-engineered. That's just my advice. I mean, not everything is meant to be positive. They want feedback. Be heaps of lag. Thanks, I'll give it a go. Hold on a sec. Let me have a quick look at what some people say. Hey, Trav, I have been looking at controlling a slot car over the web, and it looks like it won't be hard to do. My plan is to get the hardwire and test it. Mate, definitely do it and keep me posted. Tapping his fingers together. I once flexed my bicep with such intensity that I pooped my pants a little. Yeah, mate, I think you're a dickhead, to be honest. We've got ourselves another troll dickhead in the chat. I don't know, probably a friggin' either a really sad old person like my age who thinks he's cool, or it's just some kid that's trying to, I don't know. I don't know about these people anymore. You're a friggin' freak, mate. Good on you. Poo all you like, mate. So whilst it's going off, I'm going to try and plug these steps in. And then once it goes off, it's going to be almost impossible. So this is the hard part with these. That's why I'm not liking these tabs, because you've kind of got to make sure everything's right straight away. Otherwise, you're going to lose the chance to put them in. So, all right, that's gone in. That's going to hold it in place. We've got 3 more of those to put in. Oh, where's the box gone? Oh, here we go. So another one here. So this is what's going to run the steps. You know that race, reacting to them and reading it is why they do it. Yeah, I know, but I like to hopefully embarrass them. Hopefully they understand. I mean, of course, reacting to any troll is going to give them what they want, but you know what? If they want a reaction from me, they're not going to get, oh, please. It's more like piss off, dickhead. We think you're an idiot. So yeah, you can get a reaction, but it won't be a friendly one. I'm kind of sick of all that. You know, there's a lot of wankers in this world that just think they can say whatever they want. Let them troll, baby. Troll all you like. That's 2. Now, these are only floating there. I will glue these in place eventually, but once I get these in, it's actually it's coming together. Carrera SCU. I need a PS2 cable from this. Oh, okay. So you need a PS2. I'll be very interested to see how that goes. It's like the RC. I mean, I've got a sim rig, which most people know, and you can drive your RC car now with a couple of easy setups. And I think that's the next level thing for the slot car. You know, just an accelerator and pedal, because you know you don't really need to steer, obviously. But no, I'm keen to see the innovation. I mean, I know the one that's been done to death is the bicycle. You know, pedal powered. It doesn't really do anything for me. It's a bit boring, to be honest. But that's what they normally use to showcase, you know, a second controller, I guess you can call it. But I think that's been done too many times now. So I'll be interested to see if you do get it done wirelessly. That opens up a hell of a lot of avenues for people that can't connect. They live too far away, or that's a game changer. So mate, go for it. Put some R&D into it. Keep me posted. I'm definitely interested to see how you go. All right, that one's done. And we got one more. So it's coming together. We're moving along now. We had a bit of a hiccup at the start. You can blame me for that, because it was me. And great, we got the whippersnipper today. We had the tractor yesterday, and today we got the whippersnipper. Awesome. So this one here I'm going to lock into place last. Locking nut, a little bit of glue. Yesterday we had the tractor. Today we've got the whippersnipper. And if I'm honest, she's not meant to be doing it right now, I don't think. It's a bit early. They're very strict here on noise, but maybe she is allowed to do it. Going to give this one a quick clean up as well. The file does come in handy. Every part of these kits come with a file. So you're going to probably end up with files hanging out of your cahoots, but I think that's a good thing. I like when RC people send you RC cars and it's got all these different tools and you just start building up a tool collection. They do come in handy. All right, let's put the last locking nut on. And that should then let us go up to level 2. I'm trying. As soon as I reach over the top of it, it all goes dark. I'm just going to turn it quickly. All right, she's locked in. She's locked in, Eddie. There we go. So we've got our steps. They are now locked in. All online. Smart Race link with exactly the same track. You know what that, all online. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be Smart Race link with exact different places will accomplish. I think that will be a game changer. If you can race, you know, from another part of the world, definitely that'd be incredible. Incredible. I think that'll more suit the analog people, because the analog racing, I should say, don't say people, because you wouldn't want to try and change lanes. I don't know how that'll work. All right, so we're on to step 3. This is where we start going up in the world. Let's have a quick look. So now we're going to go on top, which it looks like we're only going to be using 3 of those braces now. So we're going to be using 3 of these. They're going to go across the back. That's why it didn't sink as far as we wanted it to. I'm going to change the camera in a tick because you guys can't really see that. let me just turn it around because now we're getting into some interesting part of the build. Ooh. And I'll just quickly put you down here, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So now, as it falls down, now we are going up a level, and that's why these little countersunk, we'll call them Phillips heads, aren't all the way through, because we're going to be resting some of these fencing inside those locking. So we need 3 more steps, which are going to be the same. They are the same. So we've got 1, 2, and there should be 1 more. There it is, 3. So we've got 3 of these. So now we're going to start building up. This is where it's going to get interesting. And I can't wait to see this finish. Hey, Churchies, the Australian slot car champion of 2025, aka Dave Churches. Hello, mate. How is interspeed in Austria? Yeah, not bad. Mine's not too bad. I'm running, I'm running the phone. It's not too bad. You do have, yeah, you've got some pretty good options here. It does get expensive though. I found the internet in Australia was pretty poor until I got Starlink. Once I got Starlink, the internet in Australia was just banging. But no, it's not too bad here. It's been pretty good. I mean, it could be better. So it's going to sit these on. So now this is where it becomes a smart design. So I did just knock these locking pins for a while, but once it starts coming together, it makes sense. It's just getting to this point might be frustrating. That's what I think. There's a few things like that happening. Yeah, correct. Carrera track would be the best because it's the components list that would match everywhere. Yeah, I agree. The accessibility of the Carrera track is what would be the game changer. I just don't know how you would go changing lanes, precisely from a distance, if that makes sense. Again, let's just quickly dry run all this. We like to dry run our stuff first, making sure it all goes together. And this is going together. Now it's actually going together really well. Now that we've actually got past the part where it's lining everything up, it's actually clicking together quite good. So that's the 4 steps on top. So I can probably glue them in place. I'm happy that they're going to go in. So let's wreck out the glue again. And then we're going to move on to step 4, which is the seats, which is the part I can't wait to do. It might as well be dial up. Yeah, it is hit and miss. It is hit and miss in Australia, but I had Starlink and I never had an issue. My issue is because I was down in the shed, I had to have a really far connection. And unfortunately that didn't always, go to plan. So having Starlink was a game changer for me, because I can just carry that down to the shed. Also, we had that little caravan holiday spot, and I could then undo all my internet and then take it there as well. And it was like, it's a game changer. My gran said I'd marry a slot one day. Didn't even know she meant about the hobbies. Well, she was right. I think we're all married to our hobbies. Yeah, she's right. Good on you, gran. Good on you, gran. So now we're going to put the back brace in. I'm just going to glue these as we go. If I make a mistake, so be it. I'll fix it with a chainsaw. I'll go get my neighbour over there who's friggin' whatever she's doing. So that one's done. Now let's lift this one off, glue this one in spot. It's going together right now. Hi, Trev. Bloody Trev. Hello, mate. Breakthrough Logs, how are you, bud? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Just doing a bit of a slow stream today. There will be a second stream tonight. I'm trying a couple of different things just to see times. So if I don't get this finished today, which I probably will, I'll do it again tonight. But thanks for joining. We had a big one yesterday. We'll see how this one. What are you doing? We're building a grandstand. We're building part 2, I should say, because we did this yesterday, and now we're just finishing off where we started, I guess you can say. We're building a grandstand. A different kind of grandstand, I've got to admit. I haven't seen a design like this one yet. And we're finding along the way that the design is quite interesting. So I'm going to turn it around. We're going to use our little locking nut. We love these. Little locking nut. Let's put that in there. I'll also be streaming some gaming later. I'm actually testing another platform. It's going to be on YouTube, obviously, but I'm in the world of testing at the moment because we've been getting some really good streams here. We've been getting really good live streams. I'm trying to figure out why that's happening. Thanks for asking. What are you doing? I'm actually sick. Oh, are you really? The Aussie kids is like a French kiss, but down under. What's wrong? Why are you sick? You obviously want me to ask you, why are you sick? What's going on? How can we help you? Dr. Trav, talk to me. I can fix your love life. We can fix whatever you want. What's going on? Or are you just having a boys' day off? Because we don't get sick, remember? All right, so quickly clean up these little tabs. And this is actually coming together quite well. I've been swearing at the start. Now it's just like, Oh, fever. You've got to watch the fevers, mate. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Just got to be careful with those fevers because they will get you. Night fever. Oh, let's glue this one in. I'm going to go a step in front because I know we're going to start moving up. There we go. And now I can actually do, before we put that locking nut on, we need another fence, which I think is a standard fence. Yeah, it is. It's a standard fence. One of these ones. I'm 20. Oh, come on, mate. Get out of bed. Get out of bed, son. Get out of bed. No, hope you're well, bud. Get onto the meds and all the rest of it. Yeah, the fevers are... Sometimes you get them with change of weather, because where are you? What country are you in? If you say Australia, you guys are coming into some beautiful weather right now. So now we can start putting our locking nuts in because we've pretty much got 2 runs done. So that middle locking nut can now be done. Chills and fevers is what you give to me. Oh, you're going to get trolled, mate. Get into him. Chills and fevers. Night fever. That's the song I was trying to think. Night fever. Here we go again with these bloody locking nuts. Done in. I'm from Nigeria, really. Now, I hope the next question is, can you please sponsor me? I'm not being rude, but that's all I've had this week from people that, I'm from Nigeria, will you sponsor me? I've had that a lot this week. No money here, but no, I hope you're well, mate. I hope you get better. I hope you get better. All right, now I'm looking through the camera again, so this is going to be a friggin' pain in the ass. You'll give me fever. How long has this stream been going for? 1 hour and 3. So probably another 20 minutes. I like to keep it about 1 hour and 20, 1 hour and 30. And then I'd check the algorithm and see what we're doing wrong, because we need more people to enjoy this hobby. So I've been doing a bit of research this week. It's research week for me. All right, we've got another one here. It's going to be our last wall, which is going to go into place, and then we can put our locking nuts in. And then she is done up to step 4, and then I'll start putting the steps in place. Now, this should only take you guys 45 minutes. I mean, of course, I'm doing it through a camera and talking shit at the same time, but realistically, this should be done quite simply. I reckon if I didn't have you guys talking, or wasn't entertaining, I would say it would be done a lot quicker. So it's not overly hard. There we go, she's in. Couldn't see that then. All right, now it's time to put another locking nut in place. Let's just quickly fix that one off. This looks so cool to build, let alone having a great looking finished product. Yeah, I think, again, the painted parts, I've said it before and I'm saying it again, it's a game changer. Having these parts already printed, color, it definitely opens the options for people who don't want to paint. And we did have a discussion before, which is definitely valid. I mean, paint itself is expensive, but if you're going to paint it yourself, you get exactly what you want. Where if you're going to buy one of these designs, it's what they want you to have. So you got to really like the design, but it does open up for those people who don't want to go out and buy an airbrush. And right now I don't have all of that. And for me to set myself up with that again, it's a couple of €100. But nothing's stopping you painting this as well. So although it is painted already, or printed, I should say, you could always do something else to it. You can customize it. But no, it's definitely, I think that's the right step, getting something in the hobby that's already, I guess, done for you. We are persons that like to have stuff done for them. Hot. Hello, Verstappen. Hello, mate. Good luck this weekend. I hope you win. Well, I don't really. I want Oscar Piastri to win, but I hope you win, mate. Painting is less fun now that all the dizzy chemicals are being removed. Just put them back in. Put the dizzy chemicals back in. Hot and sour soup is the best for a cold fever. That looks great, Travis. Once all the pieces come together. Oh, wait till you see the seats. I think a lot of young people aren't even aware that they don't, mate. That's what I've been banging on for the last couple of years. They don't. Like the hobby, I've been very rude recently with some of my comments in the fact that the hobby has been let down by itself. And I'll keep saying that. I don't care what people think. It is an old hobby. There's a lot of time and effort that's gone into, in my opinion, the wrong people. And we've had a chance for this hobby to grow since 2005. That's my personal opinion. Since 2005, we've had digital. It hasn't ever been accepted by the wider community, which the community is what pushes the hobby, because without a community, no one else would know about it. And it's never really been accepted. Only until recently, I've decided to, I've always loved digital, but I guess you've got to sort of make a stand and go, okay, is this hobby going to last the next 20 years? Because the original people that we thank today that got this hobby going, they're not getting any younger. So it's up to, people like me now to go, well, what's the next step? What's the next step? BJR, what's that mean? And if we don't push the digital stuff, in my opinion, well, you're going to be stuck with the same old, and it will exist forever. But it's going to die. It will die. It'll just stay where it is. And I think some people are happy with that. So there we go. We've got the stand pretty much done. Now it's time to put the steps on. So we're moving on to, I know it's been probably a boring stream. Morning, mate. Hope you're well. Morning, Andy. Morning. We're about to start putting in our seating, which is, I think this is the cool part. So let me get some seating out. It's going to be these diamond plated, and this is where this shit really shines. I'm out of filters for my spray booth. I'll put a track into my games room and get families playing together. I have vids, but don't think it's cool to post them online. But believe me, these people, yeah, we'll post them, mate. It doesn't matter if it's cool or not. Who cares what people think? Mate, look at my channel. I have teenage boys, they are their mates, all into drift cars. Yeah. I'm going to put, I don't know why YouTube held that comment, because I hope that comment comes up. Sorry, it's like a house, but for whatever reason, I'm trying to share that comment you just posted, but friggin' YouTube has held it. So I do agree. I'm going to read out what it says though. I have teenage boys. They and their mates are all into drift cars and RC crawlers. No interest in slot cars at all. And he's bang on. He's bang on. We may have missed the boat. So here we go. We've got some wood. This is where this shit really shines. This is diamond plated MDF. So the print on this quality is pretty damn good, and that's diamond plated. There is a little bit of texture to it, but that's where this is starting to shine a bit. You can see here, that is a diamond plated checkerboard, whatever you want to call it. And that's where we're going to start building up the step areas, I think. I think I'm doing this right now. Yes, we're going to have 2 cutouts, 1 cutout. Yeah, so now we're going to start building up the steps. But no, it is. I think we've almost... I'm going to turn this around because it's really hard for me to do that whilst talking to you guys. So I'm going to turn this around and put it behind and keep building this way. Sorry, I know this might be not what people want to see, my stupid head, but it's a little bit hard for me to build some of this whilst looking through the camera. But yeah, that's my honest opinion on the hobby. It needs this to work. It needs us to work. Brands as well. A lot of brands are still very gatekeepish. They don't want to really share information or, I guess, grow. That's all I can say about that. Like there is a lot of brands that I don't understand it still. Like we need as much push as we can get for this hobby. We really do. Now these are slit into place. I'm just trying to figure out how best that works, because I'm guessing there's going to be a rhyme and rhythm to this, or maybe there's not. Because again, I'm sort of looking at it going, why isn't that one going into there, but that one wants to go into there? That's odd. Yeah, that is odd. Unless there's something else that I'm missing here. So let's get some of the steps out, because these are going to be, sorry, steps. These are your seats. It can also be an expensive start for teens, a $200 drift car versus hundreds in track and table. Yeah, but yeah, you might get a drift car for $200 with a shitty radio, shitty battery, shitty charger, but you're going to have to upgrade. If you get into that hobby, and I've raced at a high level with RC when I was younger, it ain't cheap. It's like go-kart money. So yes, the buy-in's cheaper, but to stay in the hobby and be competitive, if they want to be competitive, that is. I mean, they don't have to be, but to stay in that hobby for longevity, you have to spend money. You know, a decent charger is, you know, $60-70. A good controller that can actually be programmed to do multiple things, you're looking at a couple $100 there. You know, batteries, they don't last forever. Even though they're lipos, they still run out. Any hobby, if people are complaining about hobby pricing, which hobby isn't expensive? Tell me. Like, really, tell me. And if you get into slot cars and you buy yourself a $650 digital set, it doesn't mean you have to then move on to this stuff. Like, you don't have to buy this stuff. I'm going to move you guys down a bit. It doesn't mean you have to buy this stuff. This is optional. You know, buying extra cars is definitely a must, but just because you buy a slot car set, it doesn't mean you're going to get into racing. So that's where the money can then slow down. But I don't know, every hobby is expensive. This one is a bigger risk, in my opinion. This hobby, people that are investing money into it, it does change dramatically. And that's where you got to kind of hedge your bets. You're hedging your bets on certain brands. And that's the problem with this hobby. You've got a couple of brands that do certain things, and then you got other brands that do, it's not a one size fits all, this hobby. Hopefully it gets that way where a digital system can support not every digital system, but can support every car that's not digital. And that's coming, but I don't know. The whole money side, if you start looking at that, I wouldn't get into hobbies. I think it comes down to value. What's your value of it? What do you think it's worth? Is it worth the money that you're investing in it? That's where you will lose people. Because right now, you know, what brand would you recommend to get started into? And as soon as you recommend that brand, you've got a shit ton of other brands that you want to play with, and it does become quite hard depending on what brand you go with at the start to set yourself up, if that makes sense. But you know, it is what it is. Guitar is pretty cheap. Drifting and RC is also portable. Play just about anywhere. Yep, completely agree. The tires make a big difference. I race motocross, crazy expensive. I have a daughter. Gymnastics, yeah, it exactly that. I guess it's what is it worth to you, because you start breaking down costs. And the big thing that Slot Car House just said, which is bang on, is the portability. That's what kills this hobby. It's the portability. So once this becomes non-portable, which it isn't, it's not a portable hobby. Realistically, it's not, unless you just go racing and you don't need a track. That's when it becomes one of those hobbies where you're like, oh, you know, am I going to go racing because I need room for a track? This to me is more of an entertainment. If you can set up a venue where people can come and enjoy it, yes, we've got slot car centers, but to this date, I don't see many of them doing digital. I keep banging on about digital, but come on, you're selling the digital cars, set up a digital track. It's not hard. It's business 101. It's what you're selling, set it up. So I'm just trying to get this into place. So we are putting the stairs together. This might be a part 3, to be honest, because I don't think I'm going to get this done in time, because I do want to go to the gym. We'll get another, and I'm just dry running it to make sure it goes together. Yep. All right. So I'm going to start gluing these in. I'm just going to go for it. These are the steps, or the seats. So we've got blue seats, and then you've got the backing that goes on top. They plug in. Very smart. Very smart design. Down to 53 people. Thanks for those that have joined. I am testing out different time slots, different content. I know some stuff is getting really big hits and some stuff isn't. So if you aren't enjoying this stream, you might enjoy the next one. I am trying to just put on different stuff each time I go live, just so it doesn't get, I guess, boring. So thank you for those that hung around. Do share them if you are enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Am I doing this wrong? No, I'm doing this right. But it's been a pretty exciting week. I've had some people reach out, you know, congratulating the live streams. If they do keep doing really well, I'm pumped. If they slow down, so be it. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure that we get some exposure for this hobby. But there will be some RC stuff. I am still waiting for that. I do want to do some RC stuff. I've also got a really cool toy that I'm still considering on reviewing. I don't know how to do it. It's from Carrera. It's a remote control soccer set, and I'm trying to find the best way to promote it, so to get it on camera, because it is a pretty cool thing. I want to build a permanent table for it and blah, 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 but I haven't got the time or space yet. But it is a really cool RC soccer table set, so you actually can have multiple people playing soccer or football, whatever you want to call it in your world, tabletop football with RC cars. It's really cool. But I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it, because I want to dress it up with stadiums, but I don't have all that yet.
I agree about this, the setups. Some amazing slot car centers, but they miss the mark, especially if they want to get young people.
Yeah, definitely. Setting up a slot car center would be very tough. But to be honest, you are selling a product that, I don't know, the product's there to be sold. And I think if it's marketed right, that could really save some centers. And it all comes down to marketing. It all comes down to marketing. I think there's a lot of luck involved as well. You know, where you're located plays a big part, but if you're not doing digital, I don't think you can cry too much about not having any customers. That's my opinion. I think you got to give that has to be tried. Definitely. I think that will really, really make an impact, but I could be wrong. I do feel for them, because they're doing something that we need. We need centers. We definitely need centers, but I hope they do start trying digital. I really do. I really do. That's my advice, but you know, who am I? What do I know? Actually, I don't know anything. I won't lie. I know nothing. So we're starting to build up the grandstand. It's actually starting to look really good. To change my Scaly 4-lane to digital would cost me over 1K to do it right. I watch for you set might be able to do it for less. Can you not just go and buy how old's your digital though? How old's your track? Can you not just go buy the Pro Arc set, the starter base? That would be your cheapest option, because you get yourself a digital analog power base, so you can still run your normal cars, and then you just have to add lane changes along the way. But I don't know what track you're running. Is it the old classic stuff, or is it the new stuff? What's your setup?
What's a digital analog?
What do you mean by that? Well, a digital analog, Scale Electric's power base is digital and analog, so you can actually flick a switch. So that's what digital analog is. You can actually run both cars on the track at a flick of the switch, which is, you know, game changing. Really, it's just so smart.
Oh, so smart.
Building these steps up, we're almost getting there. I know people are just hanging on, but I'll probably end it in a minute, because I think I've hit the limit of interest in doing this today. I do want to keep it fun.
Are there any slot car tracks in southeast Queensland?
Oh, mate, if I knew the map of Australia properly, I'll tell you, but I don't know if there is any in Queensland. I know up the top end of Queensland is RPM. I think they're like way up there. Really good centre for the looks of it. Looks incredible, like really good looking centre. And I know they're going digital. I can definitely confirm they're going digital. I've spoken with the owner. I don't know what their plans are, but they'll be looking at going to digital. From conversation, what I've had with them, they're agreeing that they need to give it a shot. So if RPM go digital, it'll be, in my opinion, the biggest thing that's happened to slot car racing in Australia, because he's into pushing that pretty hard. I dare say he'll throw a lot of promotion behind it. That's the key. And then hopefully the others follow. I know Shoalisha Slots, they've got a nice little digital setup. He's an advocate for digital. He's definitely been trying to get that up and going. Fully commend him. He's such a good bloke in the hobby, and he's tried everything. He's brought in brands that people haven't got. Like, he's definitely doing everything. So the shops are trying. It's definitely, without trying, there is some shops out there that are trying to push different areas. See what sticks, I guess you can say. Good on him. Good on him. But you'll never replace analog. I just want to finish on that. A lot of people message me and go, well, analog, yeah, you never will. Analog is amazing, but you know, I digress. All right, guys, I might just finish this last runoff, and then I might get something to eat, and then I'll consider another stream later and see how that goes, because I do want to finish this off, but I think I'm getting to the end.
I'm 5K into it so far and climb, but I enjoy sharing my toys. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. All right, guys, thank you. We almost got there. Oh, sorry, one more piece. I did say we're going to finish this run. The next step on this is pretty much putting the seats into place. So I will finish that off on another stream. But you can kind of see where this is going. We're getting a nice staircase / seating arrangement happening. It's a different kind of design. If you have enjoyed this, please share this live with other people. I do go live at the moment daily, which I might change a bit. I might go every second day. And I'm working on getting a digital racing league up behind the scenes. It's only going to be a ghost league, but I'm just getting the cameras and that sorted at the moment and trying to figure that out, just so we've got some more entertaining stuff. So there we go. I'm going to quickly bring the camera down. Thanks, Locker House. Appreciate you jumping in, mate. We'll finish off without my ugly mug, but there we go. We've got almost to where we need to be. We've got our seats almost in place. All we're going to do now is put the backing on. We've gone off the instructions here, so you can see we've got a live tonight. Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. So we're almost done. That is almost to the finish. And then once you see it at the end, it'll be nicely boarded off. But I think this is a really cool design. We've got a little bit to do on the pub. Yes, we've got the little bar, the trackside bar. That'll be definitely something we're going to do very soon, finishing that off. Looks really good. Check them out. It is the racing room. Let me get their little sticker thing. Got to keep everyone happy. No, they're legends. The racing room models, they have sent this out. It's called the Racing Room Extras. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Be safe, take care. Say hi to your mum for me.